Hello dear students, how are you? Dear student, today I am going to start unit 2nd, sports and nutrition. Topic balanced diet and nutrition. So dear student, first topic balanced diet. Before this topic, I want to introduce to you what is the diet. So, food is the basic requirement of every individual to fulfill the energy needs and to meet the development of the body. The food which we eat is known as diet. Distant which diet, which food we are taking, we are eating, that is balanced diet or not balanced diet, how much proportion we are taking the different kinds of food. So in this chapter you have to read, in this topic you have to read about the balanced diet, which kinds of diet is called the balanced diet. So dear friend, balanced diet, what is balanced diet? Balanced diet is that diet which contains all nutrients, macro, carbohydrate, fat, protein, water, and micro, vitamins, minerals, etc. in correct proportion for different working of the body. So these all nutrients we should take in the proper proportion. So balanced diet is divided into three parts. First, energy yielding food. Energy yielding food, it is consist of carbohydrate and fat. This food helps to provide energy to individual for his workout or activities. So dear student, energy yielding food, carbohydrates and fat. So dear student, these energy yielding food, this food should be in our diet at least 72% of our whole diet. So dear student, this is a quick, this diet give us quick energy. So carbohydrate should be 60 to 70%, but fat should be 5 to 10% in our diet. Carbohydrates are easy and good source of energy, whereas fats are difficult to digest and hence difficult to get energy from it. That's why we should take the fat 5 to 10%, and we should need the more workout for digest the fat. Moreover, they cause the chance of overweight, obesity and heart disease. If we will not consume whatever calorie we are getting by the carbohydrate and fat, then we can get the obesity. Second, student, body building food. It consists of protein. It helps in the growth and development of the body. It helps the repair or replace the worn out tissues. It provide fast recovery from injury. So dear student, you know that our cells is made by, are made by proteins. Understand? So that's why the proteins give us growth and development and repair the replace worn out tissue. When we injured, sometimes our tissues ruptured, that time the protein can repair or replace the worn out tissues, and it also provide faster recovery from injury. So proteins should be in our diet 15 to 20%, and protein also, it's a hard to digest, so we have to need the much physical activity. Distant third, defensive food. It consists of vitamins, minerals, and water. This food helps in proper functioning and defense of various organs. This diet improves the immune systems of the body. So, dear student, you know that you are reading that this diet means vitamins, minerals. What are the source? You have to read about the sources of the vitamins, minerals later. So these diet improve the immune system of our body. So generally, you know that vitamins we get from the many kinds of the fruits and vegetables, and minerals also we get from the fruits and vegetables. So that's why we should take in our diet defensive food, minerals and water 15 to 20%. It also must be in our diet 15 to 20%. You know that this diet improves the immune system of the body, thus it helps to defend against the infection, germs, virus, disease, etc. So it is a very important for us. So dear student, you have read the three types of balanced diet divided in the three parts. Energy yielding food, mainly this we get from carbohydrate and fat. Bodybuilding food, only one, proteins. And defensive food, minerals and vitamins. Okay dear student, now we'll read about the function of balanced diet. So what are the functions of balanced diet? What is the work of the balanced diet? Why should we take the balanced diet? So for this answer you have to read about the function of the balanced diet. First function of the balanced diet, sufficient energy. So balanced diet provides us sufficient energy for the various activities of the individual. Whole day whatever work we doing, we should need the energy for by this balanced diet. Or you know that already you have read about the we get energy from the carbohydrate and fat. Second, optimum growth and development. So optimum growth and development, it help individual to grow and development to optimum level. Thus fullest of growth and development can take place. So you have read about the protein give us growth and development. Third, proper functioning of organs. The balanced diet helps various organs and various system of our body is function properly, and it is functions, our proper function of the body is depend on our minerals and vitamins. So we should take the proper amount of minerals, vitamins. So I think that this is a balanced diet of the function. The third function, the proper functioning of the organs. Fourth, faster recovery. So it helps the repair and replace the worn out tissue, thus faster recovery from injury. You have read that our proteins, it's also repair and replace the worn out tissues. Next, efficient immune system. So balanced diet improve the defense of the body against various bacteria, virus and fungal disease. The efficient immune system. So you know that our vitamins, minerals, they can improve our immune system. So these are the very important. It should be in our diet. Next, improves health status. The diet helps to improve the overall health status of the individual by preventing various health problems and disease. So we should take balanced diet. Next, improve metabolism. Metabolism, balanced diet improve the quality of metabolism process of our body. Thus efficient releases of energy, means whatever we are eating we should digest, and from digestion we should, our body can should observe the all kinds of nutritious elements, minerals, vitamins. So by this our metabolism process also can be improved. Next, prevent deficiency disease. The balanced diet prevent individual from the various deficiency disease as it's all provide important nutrition. So many kinds of deficiency disease, you know that already have read by the there are the many kinds of vitamins, you know, by the vitamin deficiency of vitamin A, which which disease we get? Night blindness. Just like this, vitamin B, very vitamin C, scurvy, vitamin D deficiency, rickets. That's why the deficiency of the these all vitamins, it can be happen the deficiency disease. So we should take the proper amount of the vitamins to prevent the deficiency disease. Next, maintaining body weight. It helps the individual to maintain proper body weight. If we will take the proper balanced diet, then we can maintain our proper body weight. Next, overall efficiency improved. When we will take the balanced diet, increase the efficiency of all physiologically systems of body. Thus overall efficiency of individual can be improved. So I think that you have understood about the function of balanced diet. These are 10 functions are given here, maybe more functions also by the balanced diet, but whatever functions I have told you, you have to repeat and you have to write on your notebooks. Student, next topic, factor affecting diet. What are the factors that affect our diet? So first of all, you know that age. You know that when any person is young age, adult age, old age, which kinds of diet we should take. So these are the factor affecting our diet of the first of all age. Age play an important role in diet preparation. Like a growing age, the children need more protein. In old age, people should avoid proteins and fats but take more minerals and vitamins. Next, gender. Gender also may play a important role for this. So gender difference causes the variation in diet. Male needs more calories as compared to female. So that's why gender also depend. You know that mainly male take much diet than female. Maybe few females they can also take the much diet than male, but generally male take much diet than female. They have to need the more energy than female. More calorie, yeah. Next, without no, next, sorry, workout or profession. So our diet also affected by our workout profession. Person with heavy physical workout like farmer, way farmer, they can do work much physical work, they should need the much heavy diet. So need more the calorie than those the with the less physical activities. Many people they do not the physical activity, they doing official work, like they do not need the much calories, so they should take the uh, less diet. So I think that this also the workout and profession also affect our diet. Next, body weight. So you know that body weight main important. If our body weight will be much, then we should need the much calorie. If body weight is proper, then we should not take the much calorie. The weight also bring different of diet. So overweight or obese person should take fibrous food, whereas slim or lean person need more proteins and fat. So do you understand? Next, specific sports diet. So you understand, for the different games we need the different kinds of diet. So various sports activities need specific diet. Like a long distance runner need more fats. In contact body games player need more proteins. Explosive strength player need more carbohydrates. In skills game player need more amount of vitamins and minerals. So just like this, according to different sports, according different games, we should need the our diet in different way. So these also the specific sports also affect our diet. Next, sufficient roughage. So roughage is non-nutritive but very essential. So you know that the roughage is non-nutritive, like water, you can say that. like cold drink. There are the many kinds of things we take the as a roughage. So these are the non-nutritive but very essential. Roughage consists of lot of fibers like the fruit and vegetables also, they also included in the roughage. So it satisfies the hunger. So sufficient roughage also we should need in our diet. So this also affect our diet. Pregnant or feeding mother. So pregnant or feeding mother need extra diet, you know that they have to need the calorie for self and for their world. So more amount of carbohydrate, proteins, fat, vitamins and minerals it should be given throughout the day rather than a big meals. So I think there are many people they take the big meals on one time, but it is not good. You should the throughout the day little little you can eat morning time and noon time, afternoon time, evening time. So just like this we should take the in throughout the day. Right. Next, diet during the health problems. So these are also the affect our diet. If we are suffering from any kinds of health problem, then we should take the according to um, recommendation of the doctor we should take that diet. So injured person should take more protein and minerals, whereas ill or weak patient is given light meal along with the minerals and vitamins. A diseased person has to follow the instructional food as per dietitian or doctor recommendation. I have told already that. Next, seasonal food. Seasonal food is easily available and economical. Moreover, the nutritional value is high. So, whatever the seasonal food, seasonal fruits comes in market, that time we should take that seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables. We should take in proper proportion. Next, climatic conditions. This also affect the diet. Like in a hot place, the food should be less fried. In coastal or regions, the food should be more liquid. In cold places, food should contain more proteins and fat. So you know that you are living in Dirang. So I think that this is a you know that is a cool place. So we should take the more protein and fat in climatical according climatical conditions. So this one next, natural diet. Natural sources of diet are easily digested by body. It is also less polluted and does not contain synthetic food. So we should take the natural diet and we should avoid the synthetic food. Understand? Next, doctor recommendation. So a disease or sick person should give according to doctor's recommendation, like heart patients should avoid fried and fatty food. Jaundice patients should avoid the protein. So just like this, we should take the diet according doctor recommendation. Next, eating habit and social customs. So distant eating habits and social custom also affect the diet of individuals. Some people are in the habit in eating fast food, whereas others do not like it. Similarly, in some customs preference is given to non-vegetarian food, whereas the some customs preference the given to the vegetarian food only. So these are our eating habit and so according social customs. These also affect our diet. So I think that you have understood about the factor affecting diet. There are the 13 factors given here which affect our diets. Next you have to read about the macronutrients. These are the required in large proportion in our diet, like carbohydrate, fat, proteins and water. Macronutrients include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. These are main parts of diet and taken in large quantity in our diet. They are main source of energy and body development. So already I have told that carbohydrate we should take in our diet 60 to 70%, and fat we should take in our diet 5 to 10%, protein we should take in our diet 15 to 20%, and we should take the water in proper amount. At least minimum 4 liter is compulsory to take water. It is also very important nutrients for our diet. Macronutrients include the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. These are the main parts of diet and take in the large quantity in our diet. So, dear student, I think that you have understood the macronutrients which need in our diet large amount. So, that is called the macronutrients. Next, nutrients. So these are required in a small proportion in our diet, like vitamins and minerals. Vitamins A, B, C, D, E, K. B, there are many parts, B1, B2, like the B5, B3, B5, B7. And minerals considered as supplement food like iron, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, sodium, iodine, fluoride, chloride, zinc, etc. They help to defend against infection, germs, virus, bacteria, disease, etc. So these micronutrients also important in our diet, but these macronutrients we should need in our diet in small proportion. So dear student, I think that you have understood about the what our topics I have explained you. You have to make notes and complete your work and show me. Few students they are showing their work, but few students they are not showing their work. Please, you also complete your work and take photos and send me in group. Okay, thank you.